Hello and welcome to a new show for Seclo Sounds. This is Games Up. We are four gentlemen who will sit around a table for the next hour discussing the finer points of all things video games. In front of me I have Lewis Crawford.
Hello there.
Peter Clark.
Hello.
And Lawrence Titley.
I think it's pushing it for you to call us gentlemen.
And I'm Cameron McCullough-Keeble of the boat that sank. Does anybody want to introduce themselves properly? Or do we just sort of...
Well, since you don't really know anything about us, it doesn't seem fitting, but
Yeah.
that's our names.
Yes, those are our names, and we are all game fanatics who have presented or been part of shows previously, and so we thought we would sort of do our own gaming podcast thing. Now we have a giveaway coming up in the show, but we'll get to that later. Let's start with our first segment of the show, and is the headlines. The headlines, the most important things that have happened in gaming in the past week. And the first of we have 21 headlines today. Hopefully they shouldn't take too long to get through, so let's start. Dan Edelman, the man responsible for helping Nintendo acquire indies, has left the company.
Oh, wonderful.
It was due to outbursts that he made on Twitter last September, which caused him to be told to not use Twitter until then. His first post on Twitter was, "I'm happy to announce I've reached an arrangement with Nintendo America where I can thereby tweet again. The arrangement includes not working there anymore." So that's that. There's no indie man at the minute for Nintendo.
Well, it's not like they were producing indie games anyway, really.
Well, he was the man responsible for courting like indie companies and getting the
but
game.
like...
hey, Nintendo, you see? Hey, you want to do this company?
Now Nintendo,
yeah, pretty much. He'd poke people and be like...
Now Nintendo's just going to have to get by on their normal intrinsic ability to get on with third-party developers.
Mario.
So lots of change there, then.
Yeah, exactly. Next one. Microsoft has announced that you're not going to need Xbox Live Gold for EA Access. Everybody know what this is? Good. So EA Access is this $30 a year subscription thing where you get access to a vault of EA games.
Pass?
Kind of,
Okay.
but you get extended demos and things.
Oh, I think I know.
It's an EA subscription service, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not going to need gold to access it. Microsoft
good.
have come out and said.
So you don't need to pay extra on top of the
Yeah.
already
Yeah,
amount.
you don't
Yeah.
have to pay extra for
Okay,
extra. and
that's
stuff.
reasonable.
Yeah, that's good of them. The Witcher, in a change of tone, the Witcher developer has publicly come out with and complained about issues with resolution on Xbox One, saying that they don't understand how developers are doing so well on the console. They've said that they're not happy with it.
That's
Oh.
interesting.
Really interesting.
The fourth headline this week is BioShock was announced for the iOS
Yes.
platforms.
Ah,
I didn't
Yeah.
know this.
You didn't know this?
No.
BioShock is going mobile.
Yeah.
The graphics have been downgraded somewhat, and it's going to have virtual on-screen controls. No word of any Android thing yet. It seems to be only an Apple.
Which
Wait a minute.
Bioshock is...
BioShock 1.
Okay.
presumably that's to try and get it onto the realm of the more casual gamers, but that doesn't make any sense, personally, in my mind. But I'm sure they know what they're doing.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see how we'll see how it goes for them. The fifth headline this week is that Epic Games are to open a new studio in the UK. It will be called Epic Games UK, and there's no word as to yet what it will be working on.
Ooh,
Okay.
exciting.
And-
Cool.
Anybody who doesn't know, Epic Games made the Gears of War series and Unreal tournament, so they might be doing the new Unreal tournament that's coming up, I suppose. Number 6, Resident Evil is being remade again in HD. It's a remake of the remaster, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a remake of a remake.
They've done...
As the dog returneth to his vomit, so does the fool returneth to his folly. Actually, that's a bit harsh.
Some people might like it,
Resident
though.
Evil laws.
Very possible. It is classic.
One wonders why they haven't done Resident Evil 2,
Yeah.
when that's the one that people are really
Yeah.
calling
Yeah.
for.
That is the one that kind of got their name out there, more than Resident Evil 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think they're gonna do you think this is them opening like a port to reboot the whole series? Like, are we
hope
just
so.
gonna see?
I'd like to see Resident Evil 2 redone,
Yeah.
because that was the one that I kind of joined the series on.
I've never played a Resident Evil game.
You really
So
should. They're really
likewise.
fun.
Are they very horror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it kind of, as the games have been coming out, they've been getting less and less horror and more
Yeah, it's more action.
Yeah.
Shooty.
Like the first two
It's
were
horrible.
very much like survival horror. You had to conserve your ammo. You had to be careful. And then the latest ones are just like, shoot everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so RE1 and 2, definite survival horror.
Mhm.
I'll
Yeah.
stay away from them, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It's probably fair.
The 7th headline this week is the white Xbox One bundle with Sunset Overdrive has been confirmed.
Confirmed
Hey.
for Europe or for
Europe at the minute,
Oh, really?
yes. Yeah,
Ah.
Europe at
I'd
the
only
minute.
heard US.
I heard.
Oh, really?
It was
Had you heard
rumored
US?
for Europe, but not confirmed.
It's been confirmed, definitely. Had you heard US?
I only heard that it had been confirmed in US.
Oh, okay. I don't have that on my source, but if you want to give that a Google.
I like the look of Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, Sunset Overdrive looks great.
Yes.
Did you see the way they responded to Ubisoft?
I didn't.
No.
When
Pray tell.
when everyone was having the big controversy about there's no women in Assassin's Creed, there are no
Yeah.
female assassins.
Mm.
Sunset Overdrive came out and said, hey, you can be a female assassin in our game, and they made a trailer where they dressed the main character up in assassin's gear and played Sunset Overdrive with them.
That's quite cool.
That's quite a good way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
The 8th headline this week is Assassin's Creed Rogue has been confirmed.
Yes.
It's a previous gen game, so as to separate AC Unity and AC Rogue. It's coming out on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. It's coming out 2 weeks after Assassin's Creed Unity, which is odd, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to wonder why they're not sort of putting that out and then leading with their best foot.
Mm.
Especially since... But then I suppose if they put it out and people buy it, people will go, I don't really have much need for this newfangled one now. So
If I were being cynical, and this is, after all, what my chair is labelled, I would say that maybe they smelt a rat about maybe they might take a dive in sales.
yeah.
Trying to cram it all in.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I've got to say though, AC Unity is probably one of the most exciting games at the minute for the coming year.
It's
But
looking
you don't know
really
that
exciting.
yet until it's come out.
Well, that's like I
I'm
don't
on
know. I
Ross's
think you
ground
can
for this
say
one.
it looks pretty good.
The gameplay looks really
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose it may have
They,
been well
they
marketed.
actually...
Proof in the pudding.
It's possible. I mean, I'm not going to out and out say, no, it's going to be terrible. They're hiding the terror from us. I'm just going to say that it's possible they may be well marketing it, and it may be that it's a very good
Yeah.
game.
All right. Okay. I'll put this in your terms. As a product of the hype machine, it's one of the best products of the hype machine at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 9 this week is Hyrule Warriors European Limited Edition has been announced.
Yes.
It comes with DLC and a
Ganondorf
scarf.
is now playable.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I didn't put this on here because I thought 21 things is probably a bit much. But yeah, it comes with DLC and a scarf.
Yeah.
And it's like
Oh, yay.
50
Oh,
quid.
yay.
So,
Well, it's a Dynasty Warriors Zelda. You can't expect much more than that, really.
Yeah.
yeah. I like the idea that they were like sat around a table. What can we put in this? Scarf.
Yeah.
Scarf will do. Whatever.
Yeah, the well-known scarf of the
Yeah,
Zelda
yeah.
series.
This is Zelda's iconic scarf.
The logo of the Triforce on it, you know, it's official.
It would be great if the next trailer they put out is just, and he's wearing a scarf now.
Yeah.
Number 10 this week is Evolve has been delayed.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yep, originally slated to come out in October. It's now been moved to February 10th. I believe the beta has just finished for it, so maybe they got lots of bad feedback and really needed the time. Maybe they're trying to get out of the way of Destiny, which is looking to be quite a big hitter, and GTA, of course. I don't know why, but fair enough. It's February is bulking up to be a big month.
Line things out.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's good either way. I mean,
Yeah.
they can polish it more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe this is one of those rare examples where the management driving hellbent to get the thing out as soon as possible comes up against the developers, the actual on-the-ground developers who want to take the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the bottom comes out winning.
I mean, the whole market right now is a struggle between publishers and developers. One saying, get this out with a date for pre-orders. The other saying, let's make a game. So maybe the developers won out here. Who knows? The 11th headline this week is Halo Master Chief Collection has had a limited edition confirmed for the UK. It's got an art book, a steelbook, and some DLC.
Oh.
Not
That's
really.
nice.
It's not really great for a special edition though.
Or would you want like a bust of Chief?
Well, considering that the Halo
Made
3
of resin.
The Halo 3 Special Edition literally came with his helmet Like, it literally came with
Yeah,
a model replica of the Master Chief helmet. An art book's a bit much.
You could say like every edition would give a piece of the armor. Like you get a glove or a boot.
The Master Chief collection, you get the COD piece because it's all the
Issue
stuff
1,
that
now
came before.
$1.99.
Yeah, there you go. I couldn't find a price for it. Pre-orders started last week. It comes out in October, I want to say. October, November time.
That sounds about right.
The 12th headline this week is GTA 5 has passed 34 million copies sold,
No.
Nice.
which is ridiculous in less than a year.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Very impressive. And considering it's only on 2 of the 5 platforms it's going to launch on now.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
It's coming out again on 2 consoles and on PC.
I suppose, was it? Who was it originally? Who were the first?
It was
Xbox, and it was
Xbox 360 and PS3 first time round, and then come this November, September, or October time, it's going to be PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
I think they were interestingly tactical with it when they released GTA 5.
Yeah.
Like, just before the new consoles sort of hit the market. So then they can redo it and re-release it and get another load of success.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's very, very tactical is what they've done.
You know, previously, when it comes to such a console break, they would have just made a kind of backwards compatibility bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those days.
and then
you
you'd
remember
have,
the days of backwards compatibility?
and then you'd have had a limited console because
I've got one of the
it would
consoles.
have had to be able to play one of those games from like 10 years ago.
I know you stand on the other side.
I don't like. Nobody's throwing away their 360. Or most
I still
people
got a PS2.
Exactly, right? Like I've still got a PlayStation and a PS2 in here. Like, it's not like I'm going.
I'm not sure that the company cares what you do with your PS3 once it becomes obsolete.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but I'd rather have a console that can actually do new things.
Okay then.
Number 13 this week is a Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition has been announced for next-gen consoles. So it's Sleeping Dogs, but it's in 60 frames a second, and it's going to
the
the new gen.
Chinatown guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was the...
cool.
Cool.
what was it originally? It was a...
It was
True
Crime?
True Crime Hong Kong, and then they had to change it because the license ran out or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming to next gen
That's cool.
because they didn't make a great amount of money on it the first time, so free money, I guess.
It's quite a good game.
Yeah, it is. It's a good game. I need to go back to it, actually. The 14th headline this week is Borderlands, the pre-sequel, has been announced to be coming to Linux.
Ah, yeah.
It's the only game on Linux.
For context here, I'm the only one here who has Linux.
Yeah.
And possibly the entire world.
No, it's one of the first AAAs to come to Linux, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how many you may or may not know.
I don't know. You know how well informed I am.
I was going to say, you're not,
AAA.
considering you're the only person here with Linux, you're not really the person to ask, are you? Well, there you go. There's something you can not play in December when it releases.
Wonderful.
Play on a partition. Number 15 is an odd one, but Surgeon Simulator's been announced for PS4.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
apparently you
Fine.
need a next-gen version of that game.
Oh yeah, Surgeon Simulator.
Well, it's interesting that they've got the third-party support
Yeah,
Yeah.
for better
true.
and worse.
I still don't, it seems like a very obvious one for Kinect, though.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like that's the next step, really.
You have
But
to move every individual finger.
yeah, you have, but that would work.
Wouldn't it be
better.
too easy if it actually worked on Kinect? Wouldn't it make the game
yeah,
really
the
easy?
famous
Okay, yeah.
It would be-
Connect controls.
Yeah, but let's
Oh, that would be great.
let's
if
assume it worked well.
That would be great if they released it on Xbox One. It turned out it was actually a really good simulator.
Yeah.
Like, it just works as a
They
bracer.
train people to be surgeons.
Yeah, that's how they do it now. Number 16, is Rise Son of Rome is coming to PC.
Oh.
It's not excited.
It's the game that managed to dissolve its studio, so
That's true. It's
Oh, did it?
yeah. Crytek
Oh.
is going through some real troubles. They've had to sell
Yeah.
off Homefront: The Revolution to Deep Silver, of all people.
but good news, Runic Games that made Darksiders are making their own studio.
Nice.
So it's possible that we could get more
Darksiders 3.
Darksiders. Yes.
Haha.
So is that? Are they still? Deep Silver owns the license for that, though, don't they? So is it going to be?
I think they're basically. I'm not quite sure because of the company dissolving, or like not dissolving exactly, but because of that, they have basically separated.
Oh right, okay.
They're making their own studio. I'm not quite sure on the details though.
Where
Cool.
the intellectual property lies.
Oh yeah, that's the trouble.
Okay,
We'll see.
but probably new Darksiders games.
Hopefully.
Cool. I hope to hear about a Red Faction game soon as well.
Yeah.
It's
Ooh.
been too long.
Yeah, that's true actually.
The 17th headline this weekend, this week even, is Diablo 3 has had official resolutions revealed for all the consoles. It's playing 1080p 60 frames on every console and PC.
Okay.
There you go.
Fair enough.
That's nice.
Here's another iteration of Diablo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everybody loved Diablo 3 when
I
it
never
released.
played Diablo.
No, me neither.
No.
It looks interesting, but it's probably one of those ones that I'll go, ooh, and then turn to something else.
Yeah.
True.
But it looks like a fine game. You're probably the most PC gaming in here.
Yeah, I still haven't played Diablo 3 though.
Have you played any other ones?
No, I haven't played any Diablos.
Good.
No, I can't really say anything about them.
Fair enough, then. We'll
I
just...
had a friend who played it. It was mostly on the. It was generic dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick your class, go through.
Just what Blizzard excels in.
Yes.
True.
Yeah. The next headline this week is it's been revealed that the Grim Fandango remake was originally planned to go to Nintendo. The idea was pitched by, ironically, Dan Edelman. The idea was pitched over a decade ago, but it fell through right at the last minute, leaving it to be picked up by PlayStation. And so the Grim Fandango remake is coming to PlayStation, I believe,
Hey.
late
That's cool.
this year or maybe next. But it's HDFI'd and it looks fancy.
Lovely.
Cool.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool
I'd
to
like
see.
to see that.
It'll be interesting to see how it holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would be really bad if the remake kind of tarnishes its name a bit.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
it's an entirely it's a kind of game style that's not really, apart from stuff that David Cage does, that isn't really flying in the modern era.
Yeah, the point and click adventures have changed somewhat.
A little.
It would be great to see LA Noire working like an old style point and click adventure.
Yeah, no shooting, just boring. Pick up all the items and try them on every lock one by one.
You have to go through all of Los Angeles picking up keys in the hope that just it fits one door.
Yeah.
Number 19 on the headlines this week is that all Destiny beta progress is to be lost. The beta happened over 2 weeks, I believe, and it finished last week. Lots of people played. It was one of like the biggest betas pretty much of all time. And all your characters have been deleted. They're already gone.
Wonderful.
Any progress, any unlocks, any progression, any levels, so on and so forth, all gone. So you have to start from a new slate.
In fairness, it's a usual move when you have these games out on beta. They usually delete the characters because... Actually, I'm not sure why, but they always do. They always do.
Surely that's a brilliant way to not get the custom of the, because sucking them back in by allowing them access to their
the full game.
I guess it's because
allowing them
their
access.
characters might have like items that are going to become harder to get or easier to get.
Mm.
You know.
So, well, that's a
So
lack
maybe
of
certain
planning,
characters
really,
won't
isn't
even
it?
be in the full game.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, no, because the whole point of
Oh.
the beta is to like learn
Plus, sorry.
learn how well measured the weapons are and take feedback on that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So they do have to change it
You're-
post beta. So
It also serves to get to start suckering people in for the final
yeah,
product.
When
True.
you start one of these games, you want as many low level characters as you can, so that you've got enough people to make teams and things.
Yeah.
true.
And the beta community are the ones that are going to be the most wanting to play that game.
Yeah, true.
You know.
I mean, I suppose when the game launches, it's 8 more levels people have to do before they put the game down.
Yeah.
So it's multiplayer. It's
Assuming they pick it back up again.
yeah, true. There will be people now who don't. I nearly played the beta.
I nearly did as well. I should have.
Well, we wouldn't have lost it. It would have been nice if they could have kept the characters and all the unlocks were gone, so you at least had your 8 levels. Like if they had to change weapons and things.
Well, it being an always online, when I was up north, I probably wouldn't have had the internet to deal with it.
No, is Destiny an always online thing? Can you play it offline at all?
It's online.
It's totally online?
It's
Okay.
like Titanfall,
Actually,
I
wait.
think.
I think I remember there being something about you being able to play it offline, but maybe I'm wrong.
We'll have a look at that. We'll have a look.
Yeah.
Number 20 on the headlines this week is one you'll like, I think. The Blood-Borne devs are considering giving a photo mode to the game when it launches on PS4. It's going to be based on the Last of Us feature where you could zoom a virtual camera around the environment at any point and
that's
take
nice.
photos from it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It works really well in The Last of Us Remastered. So.
I'm really liking Blood-Borne at the moment.
That's a brilliant way to get snapshots.
Yeah, it's a really good way to get marketing as well. It tags quite well onto the whole YouTuber thing in that.
Right in on the demon dog's face.
Well, I mean, if you have control over that, you can do whatever you want with it. So, it's a good way of having the community advertise the game for you,
Yeah.
which works well.
Smooth move from software.
Very, very much indeed. And the final headline. Actually, this hasn't taken as long as I thought it would, so that's done all right.
21 minutes, 21 headlines.
Ooh!
Oh yeah! Wow.
Look at that.
Hurry up.
The final headline this week is that Valve has announced Dota 2 Workshop Tools, which is the first time that devs have got their hands on the Source 2 engine,
Yeah.
which is the first new iteration of Valve's engine since ever, I believe.
Yeah, and there's some
Interesting
exciting
things
rumors
in there.
coming out from it.
It's the
Yeah,
music, films, and TV series are one of them, right? That they might
Yeah.
be able to put do like a Netflix thing,
Yeah.
which is a really cool idea.
We'll get another Gary's mod.
Yeah, that probably.
And there's lots of mentions of Xbox in it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it led some guy on the internet to sort of start a hype thing that's like, Steam's coming to Xbox One. But like, no. There is no way Microsoft would allow Steam to just take over their console.
Because the devil is
Yeah.
setting up a franchise in heaven.
Yeah.
Is it on PlayStation 4?
Steam.
Because I know it was on PS3.
I don't know. I know it had some kind of linking with PS3. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was on it entirely, because
Some
you could link
postcard, please.
Portal 2 and on PS3 and Steam
Yeah.
to get fancy things, but I don't know if it's on PS3 as a whole.
Okay.
Alright, well, there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was your week's headlines brought to you by us four people. So, this week is Gamescom week, of course.
Yay for Gamescom!
There we go. I was hoping some kind of response. Gamescom starts today and finishes on Thursday. It's the European version of E3, and it's held in Germany, in Cologne.
Yeah, yay for the continent.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yay for the people next to France. And so we thought this next segment of the show, where we usually do discussions and things, would be dedicated to our predictions and ideas and what we're interested in from Gamescom. So
After you, Loz.
do we want to do this in like a round or clockwise around the table or something?
Well, Loz
By
got a
all
bit of
means.
paper, so...
I'm not sure I have enough
Wow.
ideas.
How many ideas do you have? How many ideas does everyone have?
I've got about 3.
You've got 3.
I've got a little rundown of what might be and of my interest in it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Any
that's just
kind
fun.
of numbers there or?
No.
Okay, good.
I got about 3.
You got 3. I've got 7.
Ah,
So
look at you.
if we do
Mr.
a round
Fancy
and
Man.
whoever's left, just sort of.
Fight to the death.
Who wants to start?
I'll go.
All right, cool. Lawrence.
Okay. Well, one, I'm interested that EA is announcing not Mass Effect 3, as we're
Yeah.
now calling it. Doesn't have a name, but for now it's not Mass Effect 3.
Or 4.
4.
I was going to say that game came out
If
3
they were
years.
announcing Mass Effect 3, I would be a little worried.
Yeah.
No, apparently that's going to stay under development for a wee bit. But they're coming out with a completely new IP.
Yes.
Possibly completely new. I mean, I know nothing at this point.
No,
and
this
I think
is-
nobody else does.
This is the thing that's been teased across the internet in the "You Have Been Chosen"
Yeah.
videos. So do we have any idea as to what this is?
You have...
So-
This is the first I've heard of it all.
Yeah, so they released these videos, and in each one there's sort of like a almost magical and horror element to them.
Oh, right.
There's a few different possible ideas, though. Some people are thinking it might be another MOBA. Like,
Okay. A horror magic MOBA?
Yeah,
That would be interesting.
possibly. Because it kind of... There's a certain element in these videos of sort of like each character has like different powers and things, or each person has different powers.
Sorry, I just tried to Google EA You Have Been Chosen, but all the autocorrect is EA You Have Been Disconnected from EA Online Service. Bad sign. Carry on.
And yeah, so each one of these trailers has got this like element of it being, each character's got like a different ability. or I'm wrong. That no one's quite sure. It could be a game like that, like Dota, another one of those, but in
Oh wow,
kind of
this looks creepy.
modern element, or it's a horror game.
You want to come have a look, Pete?
We're really not sure.
This looks creepy.
Yeah, they're all a bit
Wow.
creepy.
BioWare has previously, proven its ability to turn out
That's Freddy
reasonably good,
Yes. Yeah, so this is
and they're coming up with new
BioWare
ideas
as well. Yeah. It looks very interesting, though obviously we don't know anything about it yet. So
It could turn
could be awful.
entirely to rubbish.
The rumor is that it's called Shadow Realms.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of.
The only thing is, I swear that's another game.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Yeah,
Let's try and give it a go. Would this work? Would horror work as a MOBA?
possibly.
How would you do it?
I mean, I guess like if it was a MOBA, it would just be sort of. I don't think the horror element's really going to carry through. It's more just for the trailers. I think if it happens. But it looks like it would be a modern setting. I don't know. It's only because each one of these trailers is featured like a different character with different abilities. That's the only reason that the MOBA thing is coming up. And the idea of you have been chosen almost like a tournament sort of thing, like you've been chosen to fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, I see. Apparently Shadow Realms isn't another game. It's just the title has been out long enough that people have sort of battered it about the internet.
Okay.
Okay. So that was your
That's one thing.
first prediction, as it were?
That's, as it were.
They're announcing Shadow Realms.
Actually, that leads me quite neatly onto.
Hold on. We're doing this in a round.
Oh,
So, Lewis?
Unless it's really neatly.
not really.
So-
Carry on.
Ubisoft
Yes.
or Ubisoft, whatever you like.
Yeah, how do you say that?
Ubi.
Do
If
you
I were
say
to
Ubi?
take- If I were to take the Latin route, I would go Ubi.
Yeah.
But
Ah.
mine was better. So
But
You fool.
no.
so they're going to be showcasing all their games.
Yeah.
Far Cry 4. I'm going to get more information about that.
Nom 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 nom.
Obviously, the Assassin's Creeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they apparently have even more new games. Somehow. I mean, if you saw the E3 Ubisoft presentation, they they sort of announced 5 games, 6 games. Quite a lot of games.
Yeah.
Maybe they finally figured out how to wire like caffeine straight into their
Yeah,
programmers'
I mean,
blood.
since then...
Oh,
they've-
there's games here I didn't even think about them
You have to
having.
think
They've got Tom Clancy, they've got The
Yeah.
Division, they've got The Crew, they've got...
Since E3 though, they released obviously another game. Not released. They trailered another game for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, for AC Rogue.
I hope all these games are good, but they are kind of pumping out at an insane rate now.
Yeah.
And considering that at Gamescom they are rumored to release even more new IPs or games, I don't even know.
So they've been specific and said it's an unannounced title for the PC.
Oh,
Oh.
that's interesting.
Whether that's PC and consoles and they just haven't said it yet. Oh, wait, hold on. PC, mobile, and digital channels. So a mobile Assassin's Creed game is almost certain.
Yeah.
So could they bring the mobile Assassin's Creed game to the PC, maybe?
Yeah, they might
Maybe
have
it's
done.
a shared thing.
I mean, they did that with Liberation, but it wasn't mobile. It was
Vita.
Vita. Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool if we got another AC Vita game.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Give people reasons to buy a Vita.
those few precious reasons.
Is that your first prediction?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. My first prediction is tomorrow. Obviously, Epic. They've announced that Epic is. No, hold on. That's not related at all. Ignore that. Xbox have got their press briefing tomorrow at fairly early in the morning on Tuesday, and I think we're going to get information on the new Gears game. I think we're going to get a title and maybe
Really?
a screenshot. Yeah. They said absolutely nothing about it at E3, and people are clamoring for it.
Yeah.
So I
See,
think
I thought that Gears had ended pretty conclusively.
Yeah. So did I.
Yeah.
you thought so, and then they released Judgment.
It's just as a prequel.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but
They
like
released
they're
as many
still
printers,
churning out
like-
Gears
Yeah.
games. So yeah, I think we're going to get some kind of information about Gears 4, whatever it is, and I think it might be Gears 4, like it's set after Gears 3. and
Gears
it's
of 4.
Yes, see, that's a brilliant. They've got to take that up. So there you go, Pete, you're up.
I have the corner of the table. I want to see more stuff for the Order 1886.
Okay.
Just to trying to figure out what the game's about.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
No, because I've seen the first trailer and the gameplay trailer and I think, oh, it's looking good. Who are you? Why are you doing?
Yeah.
So I hope they've released like sort of like one of those like story trailers that games do, where
Yeah.
they say this is what it is, and I'd be like, oh, okay. Also, I want to see more stuff for Blood-Borne
Yeah.
because that trailer.
Hold on,
just
hold on,
sucked
hold
me
on,
in.
hold on. This is in a round.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. so you want to hear more on the Order 1886?
yes.
Okay, cool. Lawrence, second prediction.
Second bit. Wow, this is my little. This hasn't been announced. This is possibly up in the ether. Is that Microsoft might be talking a bit more about Quantum Break?
Yes. Yes.
No.
Might be. Definitely not.
Well, they've confirmed that they're showing gameplay from it.
Right.
For the first time ever. Yes,
It
we're
was my
getting-
understanding this was unknown, but this may have developed since I looked it up.
Well, before E3, the people who were making it, Remedy, came out and said we're not going to be at E3 at all because we're perfecting the trailer the things we're going to show you at Gamescom. So
Yeah.
it's definitely going to be there, but that's cool.
It's good to see that Gamescom coming up in parallel to E3. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Gamescom is going to take over E3 fairly quickly, I think.
Ooh,
Really?
That's a bold claim.
I think as a public show, it's definitely going to get more.
You can go to Gamescom, can't you?
Yeah, you can't go to E3 unless this podcast takes off. Oh
Next
god, we're dead in the water.
As I was saying, I was interested in Quantum Break. I had a bit of it up,
Mhm.
and as far as I can tell, it's Prince of Persia with cover-based shooting
Ooh,
and some full motion
that
videos.
sounds fun.
Oh man, that sounds like a mix that should go together well.
But apparently, they've been consulting physicists at CERN to determine that the plot remains theoretically sound,
Really?
Oh wow.
which is interesting. They probably won't get it theoretically sound because
That is going to make some interesting YouTube videos. Somebody from CERN going through and pointing out all the plot holes like they
No.
didn't ask us about that. This credit sequence is done wrong. Okay. Lewis?
I don't really have much more. I only really had it. It's been covered. I'm interested to see more of. It's an iffy one because I know not all of you are into racing games, but the crew from Ubisoft. This is their racing game. It's set over the entire of the US.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, the map is like if you were to drive from one side to the other, it would take you 2 to 3 hours. And there's going to be a race that is actually like all through the US.
cross-continental.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's
Maybe they
obviously
can-
a commitment.
I've seen some gameplay footage of it where somebody drove from San Francisco to
Yeah.
the Grand Canyon. And I was kind of impressed, but it seemed to change too quickly. Do you know what I mean? Like, it didn't feel like going through cities. It felt like going through one big area.
I guess, but the problem with it is that I don't know. It's tough because to make it even more, like as you say, so it didn't feel like we were just going through one large area.
Well,
They'd have to like increase the map size by like
Well,
a significant amount. It's already one of the largest maps anyone's
but like,
made in games.
I think it might be too big a scale to cram into a map.
Possibly.
Like, I think if they'd have said it's half of America, then it would have felt like a more substantial place every time you get into a new city.
True.
But then, that's... are you done that?
Yeah.
My second prediction is that PlayStation have their media briefing after Xbox, and I think they're going to come out and talk about PlayStation Now in Europe.
Yeah.
I think they're going to talk about pricing, when it's going to appear, and I think they're going to announce a beta for Europe. I think they're going to say the beta starts like tomorrow or next week.
See,
Get into it.
I'm very excited to see all about all that stuff because I think it will help drive my decision in getting a PS4.
Oh,
eventually.
really?
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be very exciting.
See, did you see the prices that came up for it the other day?
No. Is it scary?
They're not great. It's like you get something... They had Darksiders 2, and you could get it for 13 days for 15 quid.
Oh.
And that doesn't...
I thought they were going to have some subscription-based service.
No. It's, I think it comes with... I assume you'd get some kind of money off with PS Plus, but it's like a game-by-game basis.
Okay.
You could... There you go. Metal Gear Solid would cost $5 to get for 4 hours. That's
Okay.
a lot of money.
Possibly.
If it were done like...
will bear.
Yeah.
4 hours is a bit much. I mean, little. I mean,
If it were done on like a buying basis, like Steam, I would buy a PlayStation 4 because that would be awesome. But it seems like they know that if they charge people to rent it, they can keep making money on it, which is an issue.
But I'm sorry. I'm trying to think about this. Like, I'm not sure actually what I feel about that. I mean, £15 is quite bad actually. But then again, if you're never going to play the game again after those 14 days period.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it serves the buy this game, play it, and then disregard it.
Yeah.
And where previously that had been like you'd buy the game and then you trade it in at somewhere.
That's true.
You try and get them out of the market by.
But I think
renting.
True, but I think buying a game, buying it has a lot more value to a consumer. Like, I think if you rent a game, it feels like a finite thing. Whereas when I have bought games on Steam that I will probably never get around to playing, but I bought them because I knew I was buying them. If I knew I was renting them, I wouldn't have touched them with a barge pole.
That's true.
It seems a bit excessive to charge that much for what is an electronic copy.
Yeah.
Because like all of the costs of manufacture aren't going in.
Yeah, true. Especially for a rented copy that eventually you lose.
Yeah, it's that you would expect to charge a hell of a lot less.
Well, like if you think that like you could buy Darksiders 2, somebody give me an estimate how much it probably costs.
What now?
Yeah, 15-ish quid.
Yeah,
that'd be fair to say. Like if you think you could buy Darksiders 2, and if you have a PS3, that's it. Like 15 quid for 90 days. That's not even half a year. It's not even a third of a year. That's not great.
The thing about the monopoly that is the PlayStation 3.
Or anyone.
That's true.
Renting.
I wonder if PlayStation now could be the first misstep that PlayStation take this
Possibly.
generation.
Depends. We'll see how it plays out.
I hope that they fix the prices because it sounds like an awesome service.
I think if it is a misstep, they'll probably end up doing some sort of fix for it, though. As in, like they'll see that people are against these prices, and they'll come out with maybe subscription service, something that's I don't know. We'll see.
Subscription service would make sense.
I wouldn't mind a subscription service. It was like I could do 15 quid a month or something, and then it was just like you have our library.
It'd be good if it was bundled in with PS Plus, so you get multiplayer, and then instead of getting a new game, you get the game library as part of PlayStation Now.
That's true.
That'd be useful.
Yeah.
Okay, Pete, do you have another prediction? Or something you want to see, or just generally?
Well, I was interested in what else they could do with Killer Instinct.
Oh yeah.
Coming. I mean, I'm not really sure what they could do because everyone for Killer Instinct is already pretty much in the game already, so I'm not really sure.
Well, haven't they announced that they're re-releasing the first one?
Okay, they're re-releasing the first one. Okay.
I think. Let me have. Fill some air for a second.
Anything else interested in, Ross?
I, in fact, not something that I'm interested in, but something that you're interested in as well. Hey, I am, of course, talking about the new from Software. Blood-Borne.
Oh yes.
We were going to talk about it, remember?
Oh, we should get you to do dramatic readings of things.
Blood-Borne. Yeah, that trailer really sucked me in.
It looks great.
I want to see more. What is it?
From the creators of Dark Souls and
See,
Dark Souls 2.
Here's the thing. Anyone here played Dark Souls?
No.
I played that little half an hour I did before yours.
Oh yeah, you played it for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I played the first one. Yeah, I played the first one. And then I stopped playing.
I've never been more convinced that a game hates me.
Oh, yeah.
So
relentless.
Yeah.
You should play this nice little indie game called Ares Action or something like that. I can't quite remember. It's essentially a game that is full of traps. There's been quite a few of these games recently, actually, where they just basically challenge the way you see games. So things like you'll pick up a coin and you'll explode.
Nice.
The coins are not actually for you to pick up, that kind of thing. There's another game recently which they have made where it's like everything's opposite. So the bad guys are good guys.
Oh wow.
Good guys are bad guys. That kind of thing. Everything's pitted against you. You should play one of those.
Killer Instinct 2, the 1996 arcade fighting game from Rare, according to the ratings board, has been rated for Xbox One.
Oh, good.
So we might be getting Killer Instinct 2 for Xbox One, which is cool. That's an HD remake that'd be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were saying Blood-Borne.
Blood-Borne. Yes.
Yes.
Gothic Jack the Ripper meets meets Dark Souls, as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
I'm interested because, although I didn't actually play Dark Souls because it looked about as forgiving as Rome was to Carthage after the Third Punic War, but it doesn't. If it carries on the same kind of stuff that Dark Souls did, I'd be interested in at least playing it. If it were a little more forgiving to newbies, then I might even buy it.
Well, Dark Souls 2 was more forgiving than Dark Souls 1, so...
Yeah.
And Blood-Borne being more arcadey, that shift may continue.
Yeah.
That being said,
I hope so.
wait for it to come to PC. And
If it comes to PC.
If it comes
PlayStation
to
don't
PC.
port a lot to PC. So you might have to buy
It'll
a
come to
PlayStation
PC.
4.
yeah,
It said on the trailer
Everything.
exclusive PS4.
Yeah, but then-
exclusives last so long.
It might be a
yeah,
timed
fair
exclusive that
Just
we
like,
don't know about.
What was it?
Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else, Lewis?
I think I'd like to see... Well, Far Cry 4, obviously, I think
Yeah.
is where I'm really excited for, because I think Far Cry 3 really set off the series for me. I mean, admittedly, I joined it a bit late. The third one's always the best place to start in a series.
AC3.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's
First
not, well,
two
not true.
Far Cry's
I like
pretty
DC.
much stand alone, so you can
You
pretty
didn't
much-
like
Yeah, I know,
AC3.
No,
There you go.
I liked AC3. I'll put
I
that
liked
out there.
AC3.
you're wrong, and all your opinions are
I,
wrong.
I only liked one of the characters,
Was it not Connor?
not Connor.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Haytham, the one everyone
Haytham!
Yeah, so Far Cry 2 was an okay game. It was alright.
Yeah.
Though it had this problem where every enemy that you had to kill, you had to release like an entire clip into them to kill them. If they were laying on the floor, you had to shoot them 50 more times to kill them.
Well, that's just psychotic.
Oh, it did the Dead Space thing then.
Yeah. But at least in Dead Space it's justified by, you have to shoot off the limbs.
Well,
You
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't think that was true in Far Cry 2. But
Shall we rush through the rest of the predictions so that
Okay.
we've got a bit more time?
Hmm.
Okay, so I've got 4 absurd predictions after this, but my final sort of sane one is Arkham Knight has been confirmed for Gamescom. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I reckon we get a release date and a special edition announcement, and it comes with a.
Another statue.
No, I hope it comes with an RC Batmobile because the statue is separate.
Ah,
We know
yeah.
that already. So
Okay.
there you go. Pete, you got another one?
No. not
Cool.
really.
Loz?
Well, there is that big kind of thingy elephant in the room, but I shan't waffle because we don't have time. The Phantom Pain.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
good.
of course.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh.
interested to see that because I have a little cancerous spot in my heart for Metal Gear.
I'm quite interested to see it too. This might be
Yeah.
the first Metal Gear Solid I play.
It'll be my 5th.
Well, there are 5. Lewis, you got any more?
Nah, no.
Okay.
I want to hear these absurd
Okay.
Yeah.
predictions.
Shall I rattle through them?
Yeah.
Okay. First absurd one, we get a trailer for Rise of the Tomb Raider, like a proper trailer for Rise of the Tomb
Yeah,
Raider.
I'd like to see that.
I'd love to see that. I think it'd be awesome. The second absurd one, Harmonix have been talking about it a lot recently, and they've been putting out feelers for it, and they're kind of a Europe-based thing, if I remember rightly. So I think they announced Rock Band 4, and it's just called Rock Band. And they have like new instruments and stuff. I think that'd be cool.
Because we don't need continuity.
I think
None of the rock band
It's always
games have
annoying.
continuity, Lawrence.
I guess you're right there. There's no point in having it. Carry on.
my third absurd one is Blood-Borne. We get a release date, a special edition, and a trailer all at once.
Hopefully.
Because
little
you've got to get 2 of those.
And a
So,
little picnic basket to go with it.
yeah.
Blood-Borne hamper.
And a nice pat on the head. And then my final one is Valve, for the first time in a long time, is attending Gamescom.
Yeah.
We know there's been leaks through the Source 2 engine, so I think they just come straight out and announce Left 4 Dead 3. And then at the bottom of the press... Well, no, at the bottom of the press statement, they just put, hey, we do know how to count above 2, and a little winky face, and that's all they say for the next 10 years. So come back in a decade to tell us if we got that one right.
I'd like to see Half-Life 3.
Yeah, I think it would be really interesting to see how it holds
Not
up, and if it
play
holds up better than Duke Nukem.
My thing is, I think obviously they haven't. I don't know. I think they've waited long enough in a sense that not just that. It's the fact that games have come on so much since then.
Yeah.
I think they could do so much with it now, with the IP that they've got.
Yes, assuming they don't just have it as a kind of
Duke
lagging
Nukem.
production.
Yeah.
Like Duke Nukem.
I don't know. Valve have been pretty good with their games.
One thing you've got to say about Half-Life 3 is that every time there's been a leak of something, it looked different.
That's true.
Like every time there's been concept art leaked, it's been updated. So
Well, wasn't that the problem with Duke Nukem? That with every passing fad,
No.
it was updated.
the problem with Duke Nukem is that every time there was a passing fad, there was chunks of it visible in the game.
Right.
Like it was like walking along a stream of different colours because that colour was more popular. Whereas here, it seems that what Valve is doing every time there's been a leak is going back and painting the entire stream, which is maybe why it's taking so long.
Yeah.
Because now they've got to update 7 years worth of content and go, oh, is this still worth it or not? So
I'm excited to see if amazing thing happens and they actually do anything with Half-Life 3.
it would be interesting. So now we're going to move on to the next segment of our podcast, the final main segment, and this is Indie Game of the Week. Indie games get championed a lot, but they still don't get championed enough. So each week, one of us is going to bring you information and a recommendation on an indie game to play. And this week it is
Shovel Knight.
There you go for it.
Hey. For those of you who don't know, Shovel Knight is a action-adventure platformer developed and published by Yacht Club Games, and directed and designed by a nice man named Sean Velasco.
He sounds like a Bond villain.
Yeah. Well, the origin behind this, they made a Kickstarter back in 2012, and they released a beta, and that just skyrocketed.
As
Yeah.
Kickstarters tend to.
And it's out currently for the 3DS, Wii U, and the PC, and it's one of those giant, big homages to the old Nintendo NES style jumpy platformy type games.
Right.
Yeah.
The jumpy kind.
I'm interested. Is it actually a shovel or is it a spade?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a shovel. The Black Knight has a spade.
It's got curved edges.
Yeah.
Right.
So what interests you about it?
I think it's just one of those. I'm I'm a big retro gamer.
Right.
So when I see something like Shovel Knight, I first think, oh, and it's just one of them. But then when I saw the Game Grumps actually actually do a video on it, I was like, this actually looks pretty damn good for what it is. It captures everything, all the good points of the NES, with the colours and the really awesome soundtrack and just the way it just homages things like.
The Mario
the Knight
field.
can do a pogo move like Scrooge McDuck would do in DuckTales, and there's like a big Mario Brothers 3-ish map, and all the villains are like Mega Man style, all in this like sort of
That's
8
cool.
different villains. You pick one and go kill him.
Do you
and then,
carry
That's
on
cool.
moving right?
yeah,
Ah.
and well, no, there are sometimes you can go down.
Oh,
Yeah,
Luxury.
take that, Mario.
because you have a shovel, you can like dig through parts of the level, and like
That's cool.
And you can have like a fishing rod that you can fish down into the bottomless pits, and get money, and like.
That explodes.
Because fish
Yeah.
is kind of
Yeah,
it should.
underworld.
There are these things called what are they called? They're like a combination of a fruit and a fish. And yeah,
Sea cucumber.
Fresh.
yeah, they're like apple fish. And
Oh, that sounds cool.
And you can go to visit the king of the applefish, and he'll give you perks, and you can like
I thought
all the gems and stuff you get is like your currency.
Can he make
Okay.
me not allergic to fish?
And the
Probably
hob
not.
town.
Besides,
And you can,
I
like-
think these days the apple fish are governed by a representative democracy.
Oh, okay.
You
But
go
they
to-
got unionized.
to the big hub town where you can like buy things, and you can collect actual pieces of the game soundtrack that you can
that's
give
cool.
to this like bard dude who will play it for you when you find a piece to give to him.
Do you
And,
get to keep it outside of the game, or
Yeah,
that's cool? That's really cool.
and this is a cool thing. There's these checkpoints. You can choose to either checkpoint or you can destroy the checkpoints and get more money.
That's
but
cool.
if you break the checkpoint,
You
lost,
can't checkpoint.
You
It's
can't
high
checkpoint.
risk.
okay.
Yeah,
That is a clever mechanic.
That's cool.
yeah, and pardon me. And it, of course, it has the whole like every boss is unique. Like King Knight is like a king, and then you've got Treasure Knight has this big submarine, looks like something out of BioShock, and you've got the Plague Knight who lives in this really like decrepit
That's cool.
castle, and
I've no doubt each
Yeah,
of
poison
them
powers.
is an homage to some area
Yeah.
of the NES.
yeah, and it's all
Mega Man.
I really like it, and you should play it if you should. There's a demo out. You should give it a go.
What platforms is it on?
3DS, Wii U, and PC.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not expect you to say that. Is it coming to any others?
No, not at the moment. It's just those three.
Fair enough. Okay, cool.
You can be hopeful.
Yeah.
I heard it had a surprisingly good depiction of females in games.
Well, there is a lady who's called Shield Knight, who is Shovel Knight's beloved, and she gets taken, and you have to go get her back. And you can play as her once you've found her.
I don't
as well.
know enough. I would be speaking from other people's descriptions, but what I heard is she doesn't have like tropes to make her female.
Interesting.
And, she's not. She is an active rather than entirely reactionary character.
That's cool.
Interesting. Well, perhaps we can discuss that another week. Females and gaming.
Indeed.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we get on to the final thing we have to do, and it's a giveaway. You're all so slow. To celebrate our first attempt at making a podcast, we thought we'd give away something. So we have a digital copy of the first episode of Season 2 of The Walking Dead to give away on Xbox 360. Yeah. We now need a question or a thing for people to contact somehow.
I would have thought you'd had this ready.
You'd have thought so, wouldn't you? Here we go. There you go. If you could stuff.
If you could weaponize any gardening tool, whether it be a spade or rake, what would it be?
Okay.
Yeah, right.
The most creative answer.
Yeah.
If you could weaponize any garden tool / what's the best thing to come out of Gamescom?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Either answer will be taken. The best one will get the prize. I think it works all around the world. If it doesn't, we'll try and sort something out. Thanks very much. So, before we go, what have we all been playing this week, and what will we be playing next week?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 2, actually.
Yeah, you have.
Because I kind of didn't play it. I played it a bit at first, when it first came out. And I just didn't do anything for a long time. And then recently I bought the Game of the Year edition, which has like the first half of all the DLC.
Does it not have all of it?
No, it doesn't have any of the Headhunter stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't have the second level increase.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough.
But it's got a good amount of DLC in it.
Yeah. And you got it in the summer sale as well, didn't you?
So I got it nice and cheaply.
Yeah.
And I've been really enjoying that, actually. I've been really enjoying it. It's very good.
Recommendation there, then?
Yeah.
Definitely
worth playing.
Will you still be playing it next week, or will you have something new?
Probably something new. I've got, to be honest, I'm actually kind of hopping between about 5 different games at the moment.
Okay. Any idea what one of them might be? Or
I'm playing Assassin's Creed.
which one?
4.
Okay, cool.
Worth playing. Play it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Better than 3?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. And I've been playing a lot of Watch Dogs.
All right, okay. Everyone's favourite.
It's also very good.
I like it.
Have you modded it back to E3 standard yet?
No.
You'll have to do it and tell us what it's worth.
Yeah, I will.
Anyone else?
Well, you know me. I have the kind of obsessive thing where I get a few games and I play them day and night.
Mm-hmm.
So for the moment, I'm still on Rome Total War, the original.
Oh, I have that.
And
That's
best.
good.
Yeah, that's been going well. My particular niche is strategy
Right.
rather than shooters. But yeah, and bouncing between that and the eternal Minecraft, of course. Yes, the little snort of indignation from Cameron.
No! I don't snort anymore. I'm part of
Yeah.
your group.
Yay!
Peter?
We absorbed him.
I've been slicing my way through Revengeance.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I'm digging it so far. First boss though.
No likey?
She has like a spear made of her own arms. Cybernetic arms, not real arms.
Okay.
And it's kind of like Mega Man. If you defeat her, you can take her weapon. And I have this like arm spear.
I didn't get what you
she
mean
has
when you
an
said Revengeance. I got it now.
arm.
Yeah. And I'm currently trying to get through this level of all these mechanical gorillas, and I'm like,
Fair enough.
Not really gorillas, are they?
some of they are.
Okay.
At least the level I'm up to.
Maybe ahead of me.
Will you be continuing to play that through the week?
I'm still. I'll probably be jumping from that to also trying to get through Origins as well.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Give it back.
I've just taken down Deadshot. So.
Trying to think how far through you are then.
Oh,
okay.
the way
end, isn't it?
I just got the call to go to get Electrocutioner's gloves.
Okay.
And I
midway.
deviated off from that to go take down Deadshot.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough. You still got a fair amount to go then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. It's okay. I've been playing Remember Me. I bought Remember Me for about £2 off.
How did you find it?
I loved it. I loved every second of it.
It's very good story-wise.
I thought the gameplay was really strong as well.
I'm not a big fan of the combat was very Arkham, but minus you couldn't attack other people.
But the way that you could build combos to do things was really clever. Should I explain?
Yes.
So you could build. You had sets of moves. You had healing moves, power moves, cooldown moves, and you would rebuild your combos as you needed them. Oh. So if you came up against a boss who took a lot of your health, you could build it entirely out of health combos, and then you would survive.
Okay.
And it added a level of platforming to combat. I thought it was really good. I loved every second of it, and I totally recommend it. Buy it because don't want the money.
I heard it was we can remember it for you. Wholesale meets William Gibson.
Those are two references that I am lost with.
Sci-fi. That's sci-fi. That's it.
Yeah, I've been playing that and Minecraft and Rock Band 3.
Okay.
Yep. And I will be this week probably playing some Rock Band 3, more Minecraft and some Rainbow Six Vegas as I get excited for Rainbow Six Patriots because we're probably going to hear about it at Gamescom.
Well,
oh yeah,
another Rainbow Six game.
Because Rainbow Six previously.
Oh, not Patriots. Sorry,
Siege.
Wondered
what you
were I kind of miss Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo.
What?
The Lale Lule Lo.
Fair enough.
Right then.
Okay.
It's a Metal Gear Solid reference.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
Patriots.
understand it. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Should we call it a day?
Let's.
Still got a couple more minutes.
Fine, you.
Thanks for just breaking the fourth wall down there.
Okay then, Peter. You have to hold radio silence now.
No, I thought something else to talk about.
Should we call it a day then?
Yeah.
All right then. Do you guys want to sign off?
Why do you both always look at me?
Do it.
We're still looking at you.
There we go. Fair enough.
Lawrence Titley
See you
signing
next
off. Goodbye.
It's been good.
Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the show, and so for this week, we'll see, remember to contact in and give us your answer to the question to win a copy of The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1. But for this week, I'm afraid the game's up.